Hello everybody, welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2, Conflux mod part 61, I think. Let's look at this, right. Yeah, yesterday, end of last episode, where do we get to? I think we got to go into, actually go into Arcs, I think. I think that's where we finished up. We'll soon find out. And while there's nothing on the screen, don't forget if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like and subscribe, it would help the channel immensely. Oh, there we go. What was that all about then? Oh yeah, we did that fight. Magister Crusade. Some of the Magisters suspect Rudiment to be a sorcerer or worse. None would dare confront him. Okay. Oven? Just a shroom. Right, so I think now, yeah, we can actually go into Arcs. I think would be a good idea.
Seems the life expectancy of Magisters gets shorter and shorter.
The last stand of the Magisters. Dead Magisters led to the approach to Arcs. What happened here?
The Magister spirit dashes along the foliage beneath the battlements, nearing the bridge. There is a cry from behind. The spirit glances back. Her gaze follows something tumbling from the battlements to the undergrowth. There is the thump of an impact. She continues running. She sprints onto the bridge, but then something grabs her ankle and hoists her into the air upside down. Her screams are drowned out by a monstrous roar.
Okay. She's a Magister.
The spirit
Bye.
vanishes, leaving a...
Oh, what's going on here then? Fight.
Do not fall amid the fray, paladins! Face them to the last!
Claim your death.
Oh, well that's the end of those paladins. I thought they might help, but obviously not. Well, they got a couple of attacks in. If we go up there, let's get in there. you.
Glory is mine! Glory is mine!
Good boy. Oh, no. I thought he was going after that one then. Oh, good one. Have you got any movement skills? No, I really do need to get him some movement skills. Move up a little bit. Into blast. Let's give you some avoidance. I've got a feeling you're going to get attacked up there. Feign. Go to there.
Glory is mine! Forever, Fane. You can live forever with us. The time is now, Fane.
Oh, that's not good.
Redeem yourself, Fane. Help us, Fane.
Why is it taking so long for them to have a turn? That's very weird. Right, okay. How much reach has that got? Not enough.
Fane, join us. Join us. Join us.
What is going on? We're okay.
Forever, Fane. You can live forever with us. The time is now, Fane.
Yeah, they don't seem to be moving. Very strange.
Fane.
Missed it. Damn it. Okay then. Move you to there. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, I thought that moved him, but obviously not. get you down here. Oh, finally!
I'm ready.
Okay.
Fame. Join us. Join us. Join us.
You need some armor. Why does that appear to be stopping there?
Prepare yourself.
There we go.
Glory is mine. Finally. Wow. Why on earth that took all that time, I'll never know.
Glory is mine.
He might survive. Oh no. There we go.
You! I read about someone matching your description in the latest dispatch. And now there'll be another tale about you for our war owls to whistle across the four corners of. You saved my best paladins by the skin of their teeth. The lads are brave, but they're no match for Voidwoken, especially right off the back of chasing down Magisters. I tell you, they'll be chanting your name in the mess hall tonight.
Ask how the struggle between the Paladins and Magisters is going.
Could be worse. At least Arx is now under the control of Lord Kemp. After your communique, he instigated investigations into every Magister in the city. We're sure it's the collusion between the Magisters and the Black Ring that drew the Voidwoken here. To think they blamed all sorcerers. The only question remaining is why? Why? The Magisters have a lot to answer for. Those left alive, that is.
Agree. If the Magisters and Black Ring are working together, both must be eliminated.
Obviously.
So you're in a hurry? You need to find Dallas urgently.
She eyes you curiously, eyes narrowing in her hard face.
Are you serious? You won't find the leader of the Magisters walking in the open in Arx. This is Paladin territory now. But check in with Lord Kemp. He's conducting an investigation of all the Magisters in the barracks. He might know something about her whereabouts.
Okay,
Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
Overpower. I'll take that.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. House the traitors from
Why
the
are we on you?
Hurrah! By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing our tale.
Random, good morning. How are you today?
Paladins march on the blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds, hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing our tale.
Oh yeah, how did you get on? Did you have fun? That's the main question.
The blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds, hurrah, hurrah.
Stop singing.
Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing our tale.
Do you know, this Arx place doesn't look half bad.
Okay, looks like we missed that conversation.
We are again.
Two Source and two Zealous. What were you playing, mate? Wow, that's good. You were playing Zealot, alright, okay. Do you only ever play healers random, or do you ever play other classes?
Dressing down. Damn it. That doesn't sound like I thought it would sound at all. I still don't have the hang of this catchphrase thing.
Ah, right, okay. I was going to say to you yesterday when we were in T1 that if you want to play another class, you can do. You don't have to play a healer. That's all stealing, we won't be getting that. Ah, right, okay. You never thought of rolling something in T1 that you know what that you might want to level? Well, if that's what you enjoy playing, mate, you stick with it. It's more important is what you like doing. You sent that to the wrong person now. Ooh, what's that? Oh.
We shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing a tale.
I suppose if I'm honest, I'm probably better at playing tanks than I am anything else.
Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah! Hurrah!
That sounds like good logic.
We'll earn the right to sing a tale.
Yeah, beast. I'll say that.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah! Hurrah! Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah! Hurrah! When Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing
hello.
a tale. Paladins march on the blacks and
Yes, I have a tendency to overextend. I do know that, random.
When Lucian's blade we shall prevail.
Yes, it is a fault I have. I get excited.
She turns to you, and suddenly you are deep in her soul. Tendrils of anger and pain weave around you, through you, as you wander the chambers of her memories.
Grasp at the tendril of passing anger, listen to it rage.
A tale of two battles unfolds. First come the Voidwalker, and you are on point. You fight, and you live.
Yeah, I think we do very well, to be honest.
Then a war owl passes overhead, bringing news from afar. The paladins come. All magisters are under arrest for treason, the shame, the anger. You will not go down without a fight. A paladin kills you, here by your home, on the threshold of the city you risked your life to defend.
Look for the Voidwalk and look for a guilt.
A ringlet of bright smoke comes curling. You clutch at it. You expect to feel guilt, but you don't. You feel pride. The Voidwoken attack is the doing of sorcerers, of traitors, maybe even of paladins. You are a magister, and the magisters stand for all that is good and right. The magisters stand for Lucian. The magisters stand divine, and the treacherous paladins are cutting you down.
It's a turn-based RPG, random. Send an emotion into a will, forgiveness. Give it all the power to defeat the anger, fear and hate. Give it the strength to let go.
You are a magister, and proud. You did what you could, and you did what was
This is a
right.
big
Now
game.
it's over. The world and its problems are no longer...
What we
your
are,
concern.
episode
Now
61, I think, and the average episode is about an hour and a half. That's a lot of hours.
When Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing a tale. Great to have your skills on board back there. You're a handy friend to have.
You never played it. Do you ever play RPGs, random?
First we were chasing off magisters, then Voidwalker, then magisters, then... Look, it's been a long one. Maybe I'll just enjoy my drink, if you don't mind. Captain Oro will be more useful to you than me.
Right, okay. RPGs have been my thing ever since I started gaming back in the 80s. Stop singing. Right, we've just got these to do over here, I think. Ah, right, yeah. So that. Anything else? On there. pirate one. What was that called? Black Flag. Ah, right. I've heard of it, never played it.
The faint spirit's voice is little more than a whisper, echoing inside your mind.
Treacherous paladins. There can be no divinity in an order that betrays its own.
The spirit suddenly looks up at you, eyes wide and accusing.
Magister Priest, consume. Bye-bye. Right, looks like we're finally going to get into arcs.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. House the traitors from their beds, hurrah, hurrah.
Better put a save in before I forget.
You'll earn the right to sing a tale.
Yeah, I think I saw a review of it. Was it a few years ago when it came out? I'm sure I saw a review of that.
What a massacre.
A spillage all over the floor.
8, is it that long? Good God. How time flies.
The spirit laughs. A terrible, cynical guffaw that says that the world is an evil place where no one is safe. But inside...
Has it been 2 years already? Good God.
The Magister knows that he sinned and suspects that his death was deserved.
Magister.
He laughs all the louder,
Bye.
trying to drown out the shame. The sickening hilarity of the life he has lost consumes him. But as he faces oblivion, the laughter turns into a scream. And then stops as he's cleansed of his sins.
Yeah, I think I need to give that a go, like that Valhalla. It's like everything else, so it's finding time. I've got so many games I want to play.
I salute you, Monster Slayer.
Oh, thank you.
That a hero like you would arrive on Lucian's Day, well, it gives me hope.
Ask if she knows what brought the Voidwalk into the gates.
Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell.
Ask if Dallas is in the city.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now.
Ask if the city's open.
On Lucian's Day, you'd better believe it. City's a bit of a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time.
Ask if there's been much damage.
Between the Voidwoken and the arrest of the Magisters, we've seen more than a few casualties, but the city herself is intact. We'll mourn our dead and rebuild. Arx persists.
Surely you did what you had to be done.
Well, we're glad you were here.
Take your leave.
Stay safe.
We will.
You killed the Voidwoken. This city needs more like you.
Thanks for the service, Void Killer. My friend's alive and walking around because of you.
You have my thanks, Monster Killer. We need all the help we can get.
Tell the Sheena people did pretty well themselves.
With the Magisters gone, this will be the end of the Voidwoken attacks, I hope.
No, they should just blame the Voidwalking on the Magisters, that's why.
When a sorcerer uses Source, the Voidwoken come, so they say. but the Magisters have been dealing in darker magic. The Voidwoken came, bigger and more deadly. But the Magisters are done now.
Okay.
Take care, friend.
People will be happy to see the likes of you here helping out, that's for sure.
Into Arcs finally.
What's that, Quercus? You have some.
I don't think we need to talk to everybody. Or do we?
The paladin hocks a gob of spittle onto the burning corpses of silent monks. The saliva sizzles momentarily and is gone.
Warm your hands on the flames.
Move along there.
Ask if the bodies were all silent monks.
That they were. We don't burn friends in the street, nor enemies for that matter.
It'll be today. It'll be about 1 to 1:15 random when I'm on. On a Monday, Tuesday and Friday, the wife works from home, so lunchtime we have lunch together, so we'll be watching Bargain Hunt till about 1 o'clock. So by the time I'm set up it'll be about 1:15 when I'm streaming this afternoon.
Once more, she spits on the burning corpses.
Okay, good stuff, random, good stuff. Oh, hang on. So Laura wants me.
I need a moment with our friend. Shield, we are about to enter the belly of the beast. To cross a threshold past which there may be no hope of return. There's every chance the servants of the Great Acorn will skin you alive, frying your bones and boiling your eyes. You could suffer most terrible. I am getting to the point, Quercus. The point is, the path ahead is dangerous.
No, I know about it, but I've never watched it, keeping up appearances. No. It's not my type of show, that. Not along with Laura. Isn't that with the one with the old couple, and she's a bit, she wants to keep up with the next door neighbours and all that?
But your greatest challenge yet lies.
I've seen clips of it, I've never watched it. It's an old show, that. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. No, we watch a lot of Korean dramas. That's our thing.
I do not know what lies ahead, but the Great Acorn
Yeah.
is almost here.
It's an old one and all
I
that.
feel it in my fur. The forces of evil will throw everything they have against us, but I need more time to finish my research. You have been a good shield and an excellent friend. Quercus and I both believe you can buy us the time we need.
Promise him you'll do everything you can.
I know you. The world might be filled with murderous giants, but at least some of them are worth saving. Now, it will take more than Quercus's ferocity and my wit if you're going to survive. You need power, and I think I have just the thing. After our last little escapade with your Voidwoken, I examined the corpses you left behind. They were imbued with dark power. But I believe Sorry, Quercus believes, and I...
Oh, I used to like Mr. Bean. Yeah, good show.
As well as darkness. Here, try this.
The squirrel lays his hand on you, and a strange feeling ripples through your
Have you noticed that they're all old shows, though? There doesn't seem to be any decent new ones.
Now, how do you think it feels, Quercus?
say you feel great.
Of course you do. What greater power could there be than knowledge? Granted, the recipe, you know, could be a little darker than what it used to. It would harness the power of those that you've defeated. Grim. But if you need proof that grim arcs can lead to marvelous things, you need only look at worse. Now you have all the power you need. You were a wonderful shield as we fled, but we are not running anymore. Now you must become...
Oh, I be served. That was one of my favourite shows when it came, when I was a, well, teenager to early 20s.
Go, my friend, and lay waste.
And the reason why was I worked in menswear.
Snap their spines and burn their eyes and
I was one of those men that used to measure inside legs. Three new recipes. Nice. Yeah, my first job from leaving school was for Burton Menswear. I worked there for about 5 years. Trained to be a measurer and fitter. So yeah, that show was very close to home, really. Ah, right, okay. Well, we mainly use Netflix nowadays just for the Korean dramas that you get on there.
The spirit burns with rage at the carnage wrought on Arx. Rage for the Voidwoken, rage for the Magisters, and rage too for himself and his fellow paladins for failing to see the danger and
We watch very little normal TV. It's nearly everything we watch. In fact, the only thing we watch on normal TV is the news in the morning, Bargain Hunt at lunchtime, and news at tea time. That's the only things we watch on normal TV. What's the name of Korean? Oh God, there's loads of them, mate. Absolutely loads. We've just finished watching also on Amazon Prime. Terminal List. That was excellent. Okay, we've got that.
Poor creatures are better off dead.
One of the Korean dramas we're watching at the moment is a brand new one, which is called
Bastard burn well. I'll say that for him.
I heard old Alex died trying to summon a Voidwalker.
Incredible Lawyer Wu or something, which is really funny. It's quite good. I can't think of the exact title though. They have very funny titles, the Korean dramas. They don't always make sense. I think something's lost in the translation. Incredible Attorney Wu, it's called, I think. The one we're watching at the moment. In fact, there's 3 we're watching at the moment. 3 Korean ones. Right, we've got, who's this here? Oh, Lord Ken. Let's go on a word. Oh, hang on. Doggy.
Where the smells? I miss the smells.
Oh. Not consuming his sauce. Right, what have we got here?
I blame Alexander for this.
Poor creatures are better off dead.
Arcane Stitch. Oh, yes, you need that. The dawns here are quiet. No, I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell. What's that on, random? That seems like it's a quest item. I'll leave it there. How do you to boost 336, 66? No. Thievery.
This would never have happened under Lucian, at least not to us.
Ugh, that smell.
Dwarven wedding interrupted by Voidwoken. Brave your party on.
Oh no, I've not seen that at all.
Paladin, you may yet save your soul.
Please, you've got to help me. My wife, they want to kill her. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to save lives, but no one will listen. You have to help. Please.
Tell her to worry no more. You'll save her, darling.
Lucian's love. Thank you, but please, you have to hurry. Go!
Okay.
Help! Someone, please!
You approach, but the paladin's icy blue eyes never move from his prisoner.
You are interrupting a paladin court, stranger.
You can't call this a court until the end of days, Kem. It's still a disgrace.
The prisoner will be silent.
Ask Kem what this paladin's accused of.
We are beyond accusations. This once paladin is guilty of refusing orders and protecting supporters of the Black Ring.
They were boys. Local boys that signed up for steady pay and a slick uniform. A couple of white traitors doesn't mean every Magister is in league with the Ring.
At best, you are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence is death.
Step between the prisoner and Kem. He can't do this.
His icy eyes focus on you for the first time, pinning you with a freezing look.
Step aside, stranger.
Explain you're on his side, but you're the one who sent the owl that warned you about the Magisters and the Black Ring.
I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside.
Wonder what Lucian would do. Surely he'd have the wisdom to show mercy. Yes. Oh, right, okay. Sounds interesting. I might have a look for that. The dancing. That sounds familiar. It's a Russian war movie. Alright, I might have a look for that. We shall see. Right, success, Chem.
His eyes flickering to the troops around him.
Perhaps, even in war, we may find space for mercy. Very well. She will not die today.
Good-o.
The paladin looks at you as Kem turns away and silently mouths thank you.
Find a cell for her. And the rest of you have your duties. Move!
Oh, off they go. Hammerfall. Lord Linderkin, the Paladin's captive Magister Barracks, is there now investigating Dallas. Rescued a Paladin from the execution at the hands of a leader, Lord Linderkin. Okay. Where's he gone? There she is.
Oh, by the divine, thank you. I'll never forget this kindness.
Good. Oh, thank you.
Nothing. Just more Magister rubbish.
We'll take the source orb, thank you. Have we got anybody with mass cleanse wounds? I don't think I have. Where did I put them? No, it's not that one. Not that one. No.
Order of society, the Magisters say. Not much bloody order in this place.
Yes. I do. At lunchtime. Yes, we do like that programme. Oh, how do we get that? Recipes. I can't remember how to do that. Never mind. I'll try and remember. Magister Ranger.
What is this? Am I dreaming? I went to my bunk after patrol duties, and now... this. I'll wake up in a minute. Winslow's snoring always wakes me. This can't be real.
Trying to get to tell you what she knows about the Black Ring.
The spirit wails and babbles incoherently. It's clear she knows nothing about the Black Ring.
Do you want to know where Dallas has gone?
I saw her enter the city with the Whites.
Anything else there? Register barracks.
Not much bloody order in this place.
Purity of mind, order of sight, is my body, my health is divine.
The spirit of a half-dressed magister stands before you, fumbling to draw his phantom blade from its sheath.
Tell the spirit to compose himself, dead or not. He's acting like a half-trained recruit.
The spirit manages to draw his sword and utter a challenge, though not one aimed at you.
Alarm! Sound the alarm! There's paladins attacking! Where are the whites?
He starts to swipe and jab his sword at an unseen opponent. The spirit turns in confusion, his sword at the ready.
Oh, hello. What have we got here then? Nice finesse. No.
Order of society, the magisters say. Not much bloody order in this place.
The battle mage looks fed up and frustrated, her hands balled into fists by her sides.
The whites are long gone. They could be running right out of the sewers while we stand here gabbing.
Ask if they found anything of interest.
There's nothing to find. The whites torched the place. Whatever we might have found has gone up in smoke. Nothing. Just more magister.
On the wrong person. You need to go there.
If there was anything important here, the whites must have surely taken it.
The spirit of a magister lingers nearby, scowling at the damage that's been dealt to the premises.
Look at this! Just look at this! Our barracks ransacked by our own brothers in arms! And my sworn magister comrades murdered by them!
Ask the spirit if all the magisters were killed.
I got Brent out of here. He was wounded. He wouldn't have stood a chance if I hadn't helped. Hopefully some more made it as well. I came back to see if I could help any others, but I got a saber through the heart instead. Murdering blue bloods. The Void's welcome to the lot of them.
Ask the spirit where he took Brant.
The spirit leans back to appraise you, a guarded look on his spectral features.
You're no paladin.
Oh, damn it. This is going to be a no. Yeah, failure. Okay.
I'm not about to.
The spirit of a magister lingers.
Look at this. Just, I got Brent out. I came back to see.
The spirit leans back to.
You're no paladin.
Here we go.
But why should I tell you?
Remind his comrades wounded times of the essence if you want to try and help him. There we go.
Fine. Just check in on him for me, will you? There's a spot around the back, at the bottom of an embankment, where a culvert drains into the river. I lowered him down there, where the paladins likely wouldn't see him. He was bleeding like a stuck pig, though. I don't know if he made it.
Okay.
I found something.
Who did? What? What did you find? What? Who? Where? What did you find? Don't want a spoon. Gold cup, we'll have that. Don't want Origins of Lucian. We'll take that.
This fire was set on purpose.
The plaque reads, 2, Order of Society.
No thanks, don't want your old socks. Glowing amulet. Don't need that. Nope. Nope. Well, this is really good loot.
The plaque reads, 4, Loyalty to the Divine.
They aren't looking in the right spot. They'll never find what they want.
Engraved on the plaque are the words, Discipline. The plaque reads, Purity of Mind.
Didn't we have a letter? I wonder if that's the order we're supposed to do it in. These plaques.
What's this then? The paladins resorting to bringing in outsiders to try and decipher my work.
He sneers at you. His spectral form bears impressions of severe burn injuries.
No matter. You'll fail just like them.
So he mentioned ciphers, what did he mean?
I was the High Cryptographer for the entire Magister Order. Do you think I rose to that position by spilling the secrets of my trade to the first who asked? No. Coded letters, passwords, security measures, all my creation. Now that I'm dead, you'll never decipher any of it. My work will outlive you all.
Remark that the Magister seemed to have set fire to one building in an effort to destroy evidence. Hardly sophisticated encryption.
The spirit's smug demeanor gives way to an angry scowl.
Desperate measures made necessary by the treacherous actions of our so-called allies. My encryption guards the most important secrets.
That's what he knows about the Paladin's accusations. Treason, heresy, collusion with the lettering.
My task was to protect secrets, not to interpret them. But let me say this. The notion that we would have anything to do with the Black Ring is absurd. Patently absurd.
No. That's a lie. We know that's true. Do you want to know more about Dallas and her plans?
My very life's work was to hide key intelligence from the light of both sun and source. What I know and what I have seen shall remain in shadow. Wait, what are you doing?
Bye then. No use to me if you won't talk to me. Ouch.
I've spotted something.
Oh, what's that? We shall go down there in a moment. Someone's lament, we've already had that. Like golden teaspoon, we'll take that. If that wasn't in the way, there we go. Three 7-6. Oh, hello. Yes, indeed. Very nice. Right, shall we have a look what's down here?
Someone worked hard to keep this place secret.
The lights of a secret vault beneath the Magistrate's barracks, access from a storeroom. Could Dallas be hiding there? We'll find out soon enough. This mundane list of duties looks to have been distributed amongst Majesties at Reaper's cost. Okay. That's nothing interesting then. Let's go this way first. Source. Does that mean there's going to be a fight here? Not using staffs anymore. To that, to that. We don't need lockpicks, but we'll take them. We're using the unbreakable lockpick.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
No, the wrong one. Is that not going there then? Must have dropped in the right one. You can go back. Okay, let's explore up here first. Encrypted book. Magister's lab directions. Let's grab that.
Careful, I spotted a trap.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Okay. Lots of traps. This is not looking good. Head missing.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Might be too heavy.
More Magister trickery. They must have many secrets to go to all these lengths.
What does that mind?
There's some mechanism at work behind these walls.
Oh. Rhymes of the Ranger. Really?
Careful now, that's a trap.
A bit late. Right, what have we got here? Really contact the report with the Whites. We're keeping track of more than just sorcerers and paladins. We're building files on all our populace. Okay. Don't need that. Nonsensical words sprawl across this book is an organ-eating alphabet and vomited upon a paper. You presume it to be some kind of code, but I'm no interest in deciphering it. Okay. The spore in the new research lab can reach through its hidden hatch on the shore behind the barracks. Don't confuse it with the sewer grate. Reinhard made that mistake. Couldn't get the smell off for weeks. Okay. Oh, Seed of Power. Nice. I found a lesson note on the occasion of a hidden magister laboratory in Arcs. Okay. What was that last line of the Magisters?
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
I think I prefer the 4 Constitution.
There's some mechanism at work behind these walls.
Mind, body. Divine. What did I say those are called? Standard Magisters.
There's some mechanism at work behind these walls. There's some mechanism at work behind these walls.
The following subversives, known as Seekers, have been confirmed as dead or apprehended. Duggan.
Careful now, that's a trap.
There's some mechanism at work behind these walls.
Where's the last one? What's mind?
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
There we go.
That did the trick by the sound of it.
Oh, hello.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Lucky find.
Oh, we are encumbered. Wow, that's the first time, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of that. What are we at? 1230, which is 1300, is that? Right, we've got another one to go down there. And we will do that next time. Alright guys, you know, let's keep it to an hour and a half in the morning, so we shall leave it there. We're back this afternoon between 1 and 1:15 UK time. Thanks for chatting random. I hope I'll see you this afternoon. But don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like and subscribe. I shall see you all soon. Olgrey is signing off.